Okay, we are here in what I am calling Grandview Crossing or Grandview Corners North. So we've done a video actually just across the road there where you guys seem to love these neighborhood tours. Here's some commentary about the store, some of the local hotspots, the favorite places to go, all that sort of stuff. So there's kind of three main areas in this area. I'm in the Grandview Corners, as I said, on the north side of the street. There's the south side. So we've done another video recently just on that, and we're going to do one on the shops at Morgan Crossing as well. All really great areas to come spend the day, especially if you like the outdoor mall kind of vibe and whatnot. So I'm going to show you all of the hot spots in here and let you know where you might choose to explore, go shopping, spend that hard-earned money that you did. So if that all sounds good, I'm going to show you this one first. You've been to Earl's. I mean, it's a BC staple. You got to go there. That's certainly one of the nicest ones in the Lower Mainland, in my opinion. It's also one of the newer ones. I'm not going to go walk you by the patio there because I want to give the people there a little bit of privacy. There's probably some people dining in there. But what I will do is I will start touring you through these shops. So I'm just walking towards the Tim Hortons right now. I'm going to flip the camera around. And while I do that, I want to make sure you're aware of some stuff. So let's talk about it.
You only get one chance to buy or sell your next home. Let's get it right.
So this Tim Hortons is rockin' busy and does not have a drive-through. So there's usually a lineup in there, but it's quite nice and the staff is really friendly. So if you want Tim Hortons, go for it. Now I'm just gonna walk to the other side and start the video kind of over here. But as I do, there's a couple things I'll let you know. Number one is if you don't follow us on our Instagram channel, we just kind of ramped it up and we're doing a lot of local area content on South Surrey and White Rock. So if you love the South Surrey and White Rock content that we do, we're actually posting short videos, community news, things going on all over the place about the area with content that's not making it to the YouTube channel. It's all different and specific. So if you'd like to check that out, we'll make sure we put a link in the description for you. And of course, the next one is to make sure you subscribe to the channel if you like videos like this or just kind of staying up to date on the community and what's going on with real estate and whatnot. Now, this complex right here, that might look familiar. And the reason it might look familiar is because I have done a video recently on my top three favorite townhome complexes, better said, in all of South Surrey and White Rock. And the one across the street there is called the Glenmore, which is just down from one of the other ones that made the video, which is called Highland Park, which is just down the sidewalk right here. So the reason that's important is because there's many reasons why they're in my top three favorites. So you can find that on the channel if you look for it. But the reason I think that's important for the purpose of this video is look how close we are to entering into this complex of Grandview Corners, right? Grandview Corners North is what I'm calling it. I'm trying to make that a thing. So you're gonna see how awesome it is as we walk in here and just really see all the cool shops that you get to explore. So there's the entrance to the Glenmore right there. And if you go about a block this way, that's where Highland Park is. So anyways, let's show you guys what's going on in here. This Kintai Kitchen, I can't say that I've had the pleasure of eating there before, to be 100% honest with you guys, but I would love to try it out one day. Coastal Riders is one of my favorite stores. If you're into kind of that skate or like snowboardy or kind of beachy type vibe or your clothes, which I certainly am, it's a really cool store and it's got a neat story. I think they used to be in Guildford as well, but they moved down to South Surrey. They've been here for quite a few years and they've got really, really nice clothes in that area. You've got Bar Fitness. I haven't been in there, so I can't tell you too much about it. But across the street here, Kitchen Therapy. This is probably one of the coolest kitchen stores that you'll ever go into. And the reason it is that it's just one of those high-end kitchen stores. They got all these cool little tools of things that you never even knew that you needed. So if you want to kill half an hour, that is a great spot to go do it. Now let's go check out this place across here. One thing I got to say about this area is the parking here is horrendous. Now I was walking through kind of where the Tim Hortons was there, and there was a lot of parking in that area. So and there's also parking kind of behind these buildings here, but it generally is really, really bad. So this is like a bubble tea type place. Across the road, so where I was, the Dutch. You've been to the Dutch. It's a staple, right? You know you need to go there. This Safe Sweat, that's a really cool premise. Now, I haven't been in there, but I've seen their social media stuff all over the place. And what the premise of Safe Sweat is, I think it was maybe born out of the COVID era, where you can come and you can kind of work out safely. You can work out in your own kind of area, not worry about people looking at you, not worry about, you know, transferring, I guess, disease and stuff like that, because you're, you know, during the COVID area, that was, you know, a big concern. But I know that a lot of people really love them and they speak very highly of them. So, you know, definitely consider checking them out and going to have a workout with them. This Adilla looks like a clothing store. You got a, you know, I'm a 40-year-old male, so I'm not quite up on the clothing stores. Soft Mock, Shoe Rack, and Blaze Pizza. Blaze Pizza. So they've got some good vegan options in there for all my vegan friends that always watch and know that I'm a vegan and love it. But their pizza is unbelievable. They do wood fire their pizza, and it's almost like a fast foodie type pizza place. So if you did want to get in there and get something kind of quick and get out of there, it is a really good option to check out. So we'll keep going here. We got Old Navy. You've been to Old Navy. This is a big location, really good for kids' clothes and whatnot. And across the road here is one of the only bookstores in the area, I think, until you get to really like Langley, or one of the big bookstores anyways. So Indigo, it's kind of like a Chapters, it's the same brand, and they've got a coffee shop in there. It's such a fun spot to go walk around and just, you know, go browse books, and sometimes optimistically we'll browse books that we think we want to read or we should read, and we buy them and then they sit on their coffee tables. But we love the experience nonetheless of going into Indigo, so definitely check it out. You've got an Adidas store there. Right there, that's they've got some pretty good deals in there too, almost like outlet style prices. Now there was some stuff in here. There's a shoe company going in there. There's actually another one in Morgan, or in Morgan Crossing, and maybe they're moving there. I don't know, so we'll have to see. We'll go walk by there in our next video. And then you've got Garage. So Garage is it tends to be like younger people type clothes and whatnot, but it's a pretty popular store and pretty popular chain. I don't know if it's a BC only chain, but maybe it is. So we're just walking by the Indigo here. It's huge inside. They've got a really cool kids section, good for gifts and that sort of thing. I won't drag you in there, but you can see just how big it is. And there's the parking that I was telling you about. So you can see kind of back there, lots of parking, and there's parking behind this building as well. So let's keep going here. Islands Cafe, my friend Jaylene. One of the owners of that, lovely lady, and very good coffee. It's a really neat story too. I want to hope I do it justice and get it right in telling it, but her and her husband loved to surf, and they lived in Hawaii for a few years and fell in love with the coffee. So everything they serve at Islands Coffee is Hawaiian coffee, and they tried to bring that kind of vibe and obviously coffee back to the Lower Mainland. And it's a really neat local success story, because I believe, I'm trying to do the math in my head here, but I think they've got 3 locations open now, and I believe they also sell their coffee in some of the grocery stores and some of the cafes around town as well. So good for them, pretty cool. You got your typical cell phone store, TELUS Kudo. Got Ambient. And actually this is a cool store across here, so I'm going to walk across and show you this spin house as well. So what's this Ambient store? Let me zoom out here a little bit for you. So this Ambient store is like gifts and decor and design, really neat store. There's some pretty cool stores like that all over South Surrey and White Rock. And I haven't actually been in there, but I will check it out one day. This spin house, so it's kind of like your Soul Cycle, or there's lots of various different brands of these sorts of things, but they've got like a juice bar type thing in there, and you can go in there and have like a cycle class and have just a ton of fun with people. So here's the Earls. We kind of have gone in a little bit of a circle. I do want to make sure you see these. So you got the Bell store right across from the TELUS store. You've got this Pistachio Boutique, which I don't think they went out of business. I hope they didn't, but it's not looking too good from across the road here. And you got this Crush Clothing and Accessories. So those were both kind of like clothing stores, and Crush is more about accessories, I feel like, but they were both kind of boutique clothing stores, and they had some neat stuff in there, mostly for women. So it's a shame. I hope they didn't go out of business. You need a liquor store. You need to know where the liquor stores are. So this is like kind of like a cold beer and wine type thing. I'm not going to go in there and show you that, but maybe we'll walk around here. Now, right across the road, that is that Grandview Corners South, where we have another video just kind of exploring all the stuff in there. This is the Earl's patio. It is an enclosed patio, so I won't really point the camera too much in there. And you can see kind of a portion of the rest of their patio right there. But this is the S&L. So let's go check this out. Oh, what a shame. They've closed. So there is one in Langley as well. There's one in Abbotsford. This was this location, for whatever reason, has gone through just a ton of challenge. When this was all built, there was a lot of optimism for this like particular spot right here. It was for those that have lived in South Surrey long time. It used to be called the U Lounge, and it was this really cool like kind of hip bar to go. It was called U Lounge because the bar was in a U, and it was super popular for a while. And it just never did well. And this has gone through iterations of changing hands. And I don't know if it's the location, like the Earl seems to do well, albeit maybe it's not as busy as some other Earls in different locations for whatever reason. Like the interesting thing about this area is there's townhome complexes all around it. And, so you would assume that the walkability is pretty good. It's usually quite busy in this area, but, as I was saying, like the parking is terrible. A lot of this surface level parking, it's quiet right now. It's kind of around 5 o'clock on a weekday. But oftentimes all this surface level parking is gone, and it's really difficult. And then you gotta, you feel like you have to walk really far everywhere. So anyways, I don't know why that particular location has so many challenges, but it just seems to for whatever reason. So anyways, I wish them lots of success in their other locations, and let's keep going here. Okay, so this is a little patio here for the coffee shop, for Islands Cafe. Let's see what's going on over here. So we got Melanie Lindt that sells women's clothing. We got Turner Geox Respira, which is also women's clothing. And I have to be honest here, I don't often come too much down to this end, but I'm gonna keep showing you guys everything here anyways as we go. Torrid. What's Torrid? Let's go explore here. Looks like women's clothing as well. Maybe like a plus size women's store, something like that. Levy and Rose. That's like lingerie and whatnot. Giant White Rock. If you're not familiar with Giant sells really nice bicycles. This is the place to come if you have a specialty type bike that you're interested in getting, and they've got really nice bicycles. They're not cheap, but they're very high end. You know Skechers. You've been to Skechers before. R&W and Co. There you go. So they got some like, generally I'd say like more affordable kind of high-end looking type clothes for men and women. I've certainly bought some stuff there before. And you got the Chatter's Beauty Salon. This is a chain as well. Oh my gosh, you know what's gone, you guys? Oh, actually it's not. I was thinking the Sephora. Sephora's down here, so the amount of times I've had to drop my wife off at the Sephora and wait in the car is unbelievable. But I was kind of thinking it was here. Now I'm trying to remember what was here. It was actually an Eddie Bauer is what was here. So unfortunately, they look like they've moved since I was last here. So I guess the next retail spot will be going in. There's some neat stuff down on this end. So you get the baby store there. That's a fun little spot if you've got little kids or have little kids on the way. If you've never been to Tommy Guns, so Tommy Guns is a really neat barber shop. They've just done some stuff where they've kind of set it up so it's kind of like a old school like barber shop, and everything's like kind of like old leather, and it's just it's a neat place to go get a haircut. They give you like little massages with little massage guns and stuff. It's pretty cool. This is Laura, which is like a plus size type store. It's a nail studio across the road there. Iris optometrists right there. And then there's Sephora. This is probably one of the busier stores in this whole area. It's always busy. Good place for birthday gifts, Christmas gifts. I know at least in my family it is. Okay, so we're almost wrapping up here, but I'm gonna give you a little bit of a hint or a heads up on what's kind of over here as well. So you got this dental and wellness center, you got the Pharmasave, And then you've got Lululemon, which has awesome, awesome Mexican food, burritos, tacos, that sort of stuff. They do have a cool patio right here as well. So it's quite nice. I love the food here. It's really good, but don't have a ton of vegan options for me. So unfortunately, I don't come here overly often. Now, what I'm going to show you across the street, and let's just run over here. So you've got your Home Depot over here, and if I point kind of over this way, that's where the Morgan Crossing area is. So we're going to do another video, as I said, on Morgan Crossing. You do have a few more shops and whatnot in this area. So like there's a Mark's, there's the Scotiabank, there's a Moore's over here just across the street. I'm not going to go in there with you guys right now, just because I want to try and keep this video as reasonably short as possible. But that's a little bit of a tour of the Grandview North area. So hopefully you saw some stores maybe you're considering coming and checking out. You definitely want to visit maybe the Earl's. That's a local staple, as I said. And there's a really great coffee shop of a friend of mine there, so go check them out, and a couple other neat little spots too, so why not? So just again, hey, if you like this video, let me know. If I missed something, let me know. Give it a thumbs up, give me a comment, whatever that might be. And don't forget to check out the description for access to our new Instagram account. Well, it's not a new account, but it's being pushed a lot heavier with really cool, unique content that you're not gonna find on this channel. And if you enjoy some of the real estate specific news and stuff like that, you're also going to want to check out our podcasts available on all the different podcatchers. I know I feel like a media guy here. You're probably thinking that too. But you're going to want to check it out because we also release stuff on there that we don't release on this YouTube channel. So you're going to get kind of my thoughts and my breakdown on what's going on in BC real estate. That podcast is not necessarily specific to South Surrey and White Rock. It's more of like a higher level type stuff, but sometimes people want to actually hear my opinion on what's going on with, I say that like it's a surprise. They want to hear my opinion on what's going on with the wild world of British Columbia real estate, all the crazy ideas that come out from government, all the crazy things that are happening generally with BC real estate. So I'll make sure there's links for all those so you can get on your favorite podcatcher, wherever that might be. So anyways, hope you enjoyed the tour of the area. And certainly we'll look forward to seeing you in the next video, because you're going to subscribe because you don't want to miss any of these other ones or any of the great content we got going on for South Surrey, White Rock, or Surrey. We'll see you on the next one. Cheers.